With the release of Xdefiant, we all have the same important question. Will Xdefiant fail? Before we can even find the answer to that, we need to go over the elephant in the room. There is no skill-based matchmaking. SBMM has been a problem for many games, including mainstream games such as Halo, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and even Apex Legends. Xdefiant doesn't have that, so there won't be a large amount of tryhards, and not every match is going to be a sweatfest. This allows players to try out non-meta weapons, try out different classes, and playstyles. SBMM has been around for more than a decade now, and it's time to move on from it. Speaking of weapons and different playstyles, there are currently 24 different weapons and 5 different factions at the time of this video. The weapons seem pretty balanced so far. There's not one weapon that has too fast of a TTK, time to kill. And I also had no problems with any classes being too overpowered or underwhelming. Every match I played so far, there are people using different weapons and factions. One problem that I have with the weapons are not the ones that we have right now, it's the ones that we don't have. The weapon selection isn't too big, so hopefully we get more later throughout the game's development. There are a lot of factors towards this game's success. With Black Ops 6 on its way, Xdefiant is in a tight spot. Throughout history, we have witnessed many games that fail to meet the standards of their competition, which ultimately leads to their failure. Let's take Lawbreakers for example. Remember this game? This was supposedly an Overwatch killer. It has received praise for being hardcore, but the problem with the game was that it was too hardcore, which isn't very inviting for casual players. Also, the biggest reason why Lawbreakers failed is that it had no identity. It was just another hero shooter. We know that Xdefiant won't have problems with getting players to come into the game with no skill-based matchmaking, but where does it stand in the market? The game Splitgate had the same problems too. It's a fun game that used portals to navigate through maps and make some sick plays, and it even had Forge mode before Halo Infinite. It was supposed to be a Halo killer, but like all Halo killers that came before it, it was overshadowed by the game it was supposed to compete with, Halo. With how big Call of Duty is, there's no chance it will kill COD. But will Xdefiant stand on its own? I believe it can. With competent developers who have worked on Call of Duty before, they have a lot of experience in the industry. With their experience, they would know what makes a game good. So far, the devs for Xdefiant have released a roadmap promising an update for every 3 months, adding new weapons, factions, and maps. The increase of content will definitely get existing players to stay and new players to join. As for my opinion on Xdefiant, I genuinely think it's a good game that can compete with the likes of Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, etc. As long as it stays in its own lane, I don't think Xdefiant will go away anytime soon. The game will stay alive as long as there's content coming in, whether it be through events, cosmetics, or updates. Xdefiant is here to stay. And that is it for today's video. What are your thoughts on Xdefiant? Leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.